What's going on, guys? This would be like my first type of video for this channel. Watching a web channel, crappy day outside. Playing through, what year is this? 2014 Geo. My wife got me for Christmas. She liked the color of it. I upgraded it with a brass nut, locking tuners, and I swapped out the pickups. Nothing crazy, nothing basic Amazon stuff, but the pickups, I forget what pickups they were, but they were a little bit better than ones that came with the guitar. But I do like this guitar a lot. Feels good, plays good. So, yeah, that was the 2014 Christmas gift. But, and I'm playing to my Spark 40 positive grid. I got the settings and stuff on that, but I just saw Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I know. I didn't see it in the theaters. Half these movies that I will discuss, I haven't seen in the theaters. But it was pretty cool. It was alright. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I was a little concerned that it was going to be another version of the mummies that were written. I mean, I do like Brandon Fraser's mummies movies. They're okay. They're good for what they are. What was the other one? Tom Cruise's The Mummy that was supposed to go into that the Monster Universe. I enjoyed the movie. I just think it sucks that it didn't do that well, or because they do show scenes in that movie, like the creature of the Black Lagoon, like his hand you see in one scene, and that Dr. Jekyll, and you know, it's the whole so they leave you hanging, and then that's it. They're not doing nothing else with it. When you see the King Kong, the new versions of the King Kong movies, and they're not that great. Skull Island was okay. Might be great if I was a child growing up in the 70s. Seeing that on TV probably would have been good, like with the Mighty Joe Young. And they got sequels, the King Kong Godzilla was okay. King Kong Godzilla, the original one, I thought was a lot better than the newer one. Maybe because I don't know. But anyway, we'll talk about those movies somewhere down the road. But Lee Cronin's Mummy is definitely different story. girl in the movie was phenomenal. I mean, yeah, I don't know, creepy and very, very strange. There are some gory scenes, not many, but I guess the older I get, I'm not into that shock value anymore. Excuse me. I mean, trust me, I do love gory movies. I mean, go into the mom and pop video stores with my buddies, getting like a case of beer on whatever night, and just looking for the most obscure horror movies there, just hanging out, drinking, and like the Gore Girls, Night of the Bloody Apes, Blood-Sucking Freaks, the original 2000 Maniacs. Yeah, seeing all those movies. Yeah, the Deadly Spawn. Yeah, some really grotesque, like, that was basically the movie. So I do like the gore stuff, but I guess getting older, it's like, all right, I'm more of I want a story to it. I mean, they didn't give too much background on it, but I'm guessing the premise is that they pick somebody and then they turn him into a mummy to hold the, I guess, the demon. And then they bury it, and then that's the end of it. But I guess, I mean, if there's spoilers in it, I'm sorry, but it is an older movie. No, last year. But for those who didn't see it, so I guess doing it to a child lasts longer on it. So that's why they took the child. A bit tired. But pretty much all the leads in it were good. Certain scenes, you're like, really wasn't a need for it, but I guess if you're that type of director, it's expected of you. Yeah, I'm just getting thoughts to my head, but yeah, all over it was a good movie. Like I said, it's not anybody thinking it's a remake. It's definitely not a remake. It's got its own storyline, its own lore in it. So if you're going there thinking it's a remake of it, then you'll be disappointed. But if you're going to go in there, watch the movie. If you went to the theater with an open mind, being like, okay, this is not a remake, then the movie would be fine. Or if you watch it on the streaming services, which I did, I went in there with knowing that it was not a remake or anything to do with any of the stories and all that other stuff, unless they make a prequel to this and then they actually start explaining the story on it. It might be different, but this is not a story that is anywhere near the original movies. Like, I do like the Boris Karloff mummy. I enjoyed that. I mean, I like him in his raps, which was good. Ooh. Change some tones. I like, but I do like Lon Chaney Jr.'s mummy the best. That's my, I mean, Tom Taylor did good with the mummy's hand, but Lon Chaney Jr. mummy is that's my favorites. The Tarn Bay, you know, with the Tana leaves and the whole. That is my favorite mummy. That is the mummy, and yeah, that's the mummy. That I could watch those, the Mummy's Ghost, Mummy's Curse, all his mummy movies are good. That's the best. With his arm up and his hand out and one foot cocked to the side, sliding across the floor. Yeah, that's the good mummy. That, I mean, if I had an unlimited source amount of money, if I had like Elon Musk money, I would try to buy the rights from the Universal's studios and redo that movie the way it is. Get a good actor or an unknown actor or whoever, and hire somebody to replicate that costume design and the makeup, and I would do that. I would try to slightly modernize it with hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. I had to make my son lunch. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I would make it where it would be just like the original. I don't care. That's boring, but nah, that's fine. I would do it like that, just like the original. Karis. Yeah. It wouldn't even be a long movie. Or maybe, I don't know, do like a prequel leading up to that, where you could get, because I know the original, you just see flashbacks of what happened to him. You get a quick storyline, but yeah, I would do it where you would just see the story develop, and where you could have more empathy for him on why he's doing what he's doing, instead of just seeing a quick flashback. But we should make those movies like an hour and a half, maybe. You can make them, well, you can make them cheaper than what they are if you're not going to use any CGI, which I wouldn't use CGI. I would just go old school. I would go old school. Try to get Rick Baker out of retirement and go old school on these movies. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know it would be expensive compared to what it was, but it would be cool on that. But I got this set to Derek Frigo. Then I got the Josh Ramos. And that's the Josh Ramos. They're actually shrapnel guitar players. I went from the Lee Cronin Mummy movie, so now we'll just talk some guitarists because I'm trying to get a lot of into the channel based on movies and guitars and guitar players. They're shrapnel guitars. Josh Ramos and Derek Frigo. Underrated guitarists. I mean, sadly, Derek Frigo passed away years back. I mean, I believe drugs was the culprit of that, which makes no sense. And I mean, hey, we've all done. I'm just gonna put this down. We've all done our share. Well, I've done my share, but then there's a point in time where you just say, "Yeah, it's not worth it no more," and you feel like crap, and so yeah, don't do it. Especially if you have talent. Well, even if you don't have talent, don't do it. But Derek Frigo, obviously, he was in the band Lemans from Shrapnel Records, and their debut record, On the Streets, great record. If you could get it on CD or just check it out on Spotify or the other YouTube channels, have the songs from that band. Then he went to, I think after their second or third album, he joined Enough's Enough, and they had a little success. Josh Ramos, he's been around a while. He's played with some people like Neil Sean, and he played with a bunch of people. I forget the name of. He's still playing, but he's not out there like he used to be. But yeah, those are really like good guitarists that are on my list. That should be let's see if I can get a little sample. Hopefully I don't get a strike, because let's see. Let's just see. Get a little tidbit of some of their playing. I know they have a song Death by Guitar. So we'll see if we could actually get a snippet from it. If you could hear it. That would be the record on the streets. It's definitely the 80s guitar heroes from back in the day. Hopefully you could hear it. So, yeah, that was Hell's Halls. That's both of them going back and forth playing their guitar. But, yeah, it was even the singer, he's got that Brian Johnson voice on it. So, me, this band should have went way further than what they should be. I'll just skip through some of this. Yeah, he's got that Brian Johnson voice definitely going. You know, the volume swells. There's more guitar stuff that they do it. When I first heard them on US Metal Volume 2, which is the better of them, but there's a lot of Marty Friedman, Sean Lane, Paul Gilbert, Yngwie Malmsteen, a lot of other, John Rickey from Exciter, Jeff Marks, which is, to me, is another underrated, but I will go into him on my next video, from Wild Dogs, from Portland, Portland, Oregon, they're from, and even their first record is, I mean, their second record's okay, Man's Best Friend, but their first record is quite amazing. It's a really good record, and I still listen to it to this day. It's, yeah, but we'll get into that. But I know the drummer from Wild Dogs is the drummer for Journey right now, Dean. So he's been with Journey for a long time. So yeah, so I won't say much, but that's that. But anyway, so Lean Cronin's The Mummy is definitely worth checking out. You won't be disappointed. I mean, some scenes might be like, okay, whatever. Shock value. That's why they did it. I mean, there are certain things you're like, that's pretty nasty. When you're thinking about it and you're looking at it, it's like, yeah, it's pretty messed up. But the ending is good. I mean, could there be a sequel? There could be, but you already know what. Once you see the ending, you sort of like, okay, I get it. I know what happens. It would have been cool to see it, but sometimes not seeing it makes it better. Just like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one. You didn't see anything, but you knew what was happening, so that made it a little worse, knowing that what was going on, because you didn't have to see it, and sometimes that works just as good. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. It's definitely better than what I thought it was going to be. And yeah, check out Lemans. I mean, Derek Frigo, Josh Ramos. What I hate that when I forget. I know I get the name of the singer. I know Frank. I don't want to get start throwing names out there. I was gonna say Frank Burns, but for the bassist. They're from Illinois, 81 to 87 numbers. Peter Marino. Yeah, he was the Gillis Marino Assault. He was in Cinema, which sort of makes sense. Cacophony, which I believe Marty Friedman and who's the other guitarist? He has ALS, the Lou Gehrig's, you know who I'm talking about. So that makes sense. Well, they only have his name. Oh, Richard Burns was, I believe, the bass player. On it. And I think he does, I think he has a small little YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken. And then who was the let me see a face. Okay, then Kenny Stavropoulos. I'm not going to say the name right, but the guy name's Kenny. He was the bass player for, the drummer for that. But definitely check them out. You won't be disappointed, especially if you're a guitar player and you're looking to find new guitarists. I mean, these guys, not that Steve Vai or Satriani weren't in the picture, but I heard of these guys before I actually heard Satriani's first record, Surfing with an Alien, or Steve Vai's Passion and Warfare. Like, I heard these guys before that. I heard Yngwie before those guys growing up. And some of the other guitarists I'm going to talk about, I actually heard before any of these people. I mean, so, anyway, if you watched the video, thank you. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I do have my other channel, Adam's Guitars, that I just do mostly effect guitar demos and stuff that I come across that I buy, that when I could come up with money, I could buy something. But until then, thanks for watching. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. All is welcome, good or bad. And if there's any guitarists from back in the Shrapnel era that maybe I haven't heard, even Mike Badio he did the Haunted House on Shrapnel Records. But it wasn't Michael Angelo, it was Michael Beto. He did that. Even the Rod. Yeah, there's so many bands out there, like the Rods, all that. These guitar players that, people like really need to start, listening to, besides the big four, there's some bands that should have been on there. Even Raven, even the early Raven stuff was, until they came out with Stay Hard and so many other stuff that were just, when they tried getting too commercial and too, glam. I mean, they might have had one or two good songs, but I'm talking like, metal on metal, or what was, Live on the Inferno, all their early stuff. I mean, Metallica opened for Raven. And then the sad thing is, Raven is still doing their thing, and I think they might be having another album coming out. But I think it would be cool if Metallica actually was able to get these guys to open for them, and just for nostalgia, what reasons would be cool. Maybe Metallica should just start doing their own, their Metallica fests, and try getting, again, if I had like a buku ton of money, I would be, trying to get some of these bands, I'm not saying to do a record or do touring, but just to do a festival. I would have Raven on there easily. I mean, Exciter, Wild Dogs, that's wouldn't happen. I don't, medical reasons with the singer. I think he had a stroke, but he doesn't look, I don't know, I could be wrong. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content, and until next time, peace out, enjoy your day. If you're having a beautiful day, even better. If it's rainy, chill out, or watch Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Let me know in the comments, and Even if you checked out lemans, let me know in the comments, or if you're a fan of them already, let me know. Okay, peace out.